Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
Oh, hey there, Brandon.
Hello.
Why did I introduce it like I was like an animated host of a children's show? Hey there, Brandon.
It sounded like you
How
were
doing today.
like an animated farmer, like introducing their television show. Like,
Thank
welcome
you.
to Julia's farm.
Brandon, that's the nicest compliment you've ever paid me.
Today we're growing kumquats.
Kumquats.
Can you say kumquats?
Brandon, did you ever, were you a Cartoon Network kid growing up?
Ish. I didn't have cable, so I didn't have it all the time, but I obviously, like, when I could, I enjoyed it, and I liked to watch it.
Well, there was a recurring theme that they had. Actually, it might have been like Nick at Night. I don't remember which one had it, but it was a tiny little kitten. And it was the name of the kitten was like the name. I'm going to look it up. This is going to bother me now.
Otherwise, people are going to scream at their phones.
Yes, I
right
don't
now.
want people to scream. I don't want to scream at myself. Okay, his name was Whiskers, the kitten who could name fruit.
Oh.
And so he was just a tiny little kitten. And then they would have him mouth stuff like, kumquat, banana,
Kiwi.
pineapple. Yeah, it was extremely cute. I would highly recommend looking it up because it's adorable. And I love it.
Well, unfortunately, I am going to be Whiskers for this entire recording now.
That's going to be intolerable to listen to. But hey, Brandon, how's it going?
It's going fine. You know, it's going fine. It's summer. It's hot, except for right now where I'm wearing a hoodie. But
I'm also wearing long sleeve because it was a little chilly here in New York this morning. So look at that.
It's been hot. I had to go out and weed my front garden because I think I was pissing my neighbors off, and it sucked.
Hey, it happens. It's fair.
Yeah.
Brandon, you are one of my friends who has, I would say, some of the most interesting. Yeah, that was my big compliment for Brandon this episode. You have some of the most interesting food takes out there.
That was the
and I
nicest
mean
way
that
you
as a compliment. Because it really is like you say things and I say, wow, it's crazy that someone thinks that, but in like a great way, in a way I love. But I also know that you're like a big foodie. Like sometimes you'll throw things at me and I'm like, I don't know what, citric acid is doing in whatever that dish that you just described is, but I love it. That's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to use your foodie skills and put them to the test. And in doing so, I also wanted to, like, this is my idea of like a chopped challenge for you, Brandon, where you're going to open a basket and then inside is going to be a mystery ingredient that I need you to make a dish based off of.
I like that. Okay.
However, all of the mystery ingredients are going to be classic Dungeons and Dragons monsters.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the mystery ingredient, or is that the only thing I'm allowed to make a dish from?
Well, so it's the mystery ingredient. So as you know from Chopped rules, that does mean you have to incorporate it and highlight it in the main dish.
Okay, but I have a pantry.
Right, you have a pantry. You have options. I'm saying you have spices and oils and other things that you can use. Have you watched the show Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon?
Is that the pervy one or not the pervy one?
That's not the pervy one.
Okay, then no.
Okay. Food Wars is the pervy one that you're thinking of.
I've watched one episode of Food Wars.
Yeah. You would like Dungeon and Meshi because it is like, it's almost a classic D&D campaign. However, like the premise is like, oh, well, we have to go into this dungeon and we don't have enough time to like go get supplies or get enough money to buy supplies in the town. So we're going to use what we find in the dungeon to feed ourselves while we try to rescue one of our companions.
That's very fun. I like that. I also saw it on newly on some streaming service, so maybe I
Yes,
should
it
go watch
premiered
that.
on Netflix, so that's probably why it popped up for you.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I really enjoy it. But the whole premise is basically like they are catching these weird monsters and killing them as they come across them in the dungeon. And then there one guy whose name is Senshi, who's adorable. He's a dwarf man. He's great. He like makes delicious dishes out of all of the things that they come across.
Hell yeah, I love that.
So that is my challenge for you today, Brandon. We'll see if we get to all of them, but I have 9 options from the like monster manual for us to go through. Are you ready? Are you excited?
Have never been more ready. And wait, let me get my knives. I forgot my knives, Julia. Shit.
No, you need those. I mean, that's kind of the point. We'll see. Maybe you could just use your sword? Question mark.
Oh.
Do you have a sword?
We'll see.
We'll
I
see.
have a lightsaber over here.
I mean, that's just cauterizing sword, you know?
That's true. I could sear some shit with a lightsaber. That'd be great.
That's true. That is true. Okay. So, Brandon, I'm going to start us off a little easy, and then we're going to get substantially harder. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to share the images of these monsters as they pop up. I also think I accidentally went like CR rating lowest to highest, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, cool.
Let's start with our first one here, and I am going to share it on the screen real quick. Which one was it? Julia messed up. Okay, wait, no, I got this.
You got it. I believe in you.
Here we go. So the first one is going to be the violet fungus.
Oh, that looks so tasty and cute.
The violet fungus. For those who don't have the video, first off, you should have the video. Upgrade when you can.
Yeah.
And second off, they look like morel mushrooms, but they're purple, and they have scary tendrils coming out of them.
And don't forget, they have a little, a soupçon of skulls laying on the ground next to them.
That's from the victims that they ate.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, now, Brandon, what would you make out of these bad boys?
Okay,
or do you want a little lore for the violet mushroom first, or a violet fungus?
I definitely do want a little lore, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have to look it up then. Violet fungi are human-sized violet plants that... Where did the description
they're
go?
human-sized. That changes
human-sized violet plant shaped as a teardrop, which has 4 tendril-like tentacles which flail about at living creatures, and a mass of small root-like feelers at its base that enable it to move slowly.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to run through my thought process.
Okay.
So the bottom bit with the feet, that's going to be tough as shit. I'm either going to chop that or I'm going to have to braise that or something. But I'm going to I think that's just trash.
I mean, yeah, you don't necessarily have to use all of the parts of the ingredient. I would say in some of these, you're probably not going to want to use all the parts of the ingredient, but we'll see.
So obviously my first thought is like what I do with a morel, and that would be I love a morel pasta.
Ooh, okay.
But I'm wondering because the tentacles make me want to go a seafood route style
Interesting.
thing. But I don't know of any, and you tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know of any like mushroom seafood dishes that I've had. Have you had anything like that?
I think so. The first thing that came to mind once you said seafood and also thinking of like mushrooms, I would do like a scallop risotto, like mushroom risotto. Like a nice sea scallop on a bed of mushroom risotto.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So I'm making a morel mushroom style risotto. Yes, that sounds delicious with the like bodies of these guys. And it'd be really pretty because it'd be violet.
It would be. Oh, yeah. That would be like a real like not eye cleansing, not palate cleansing. Julia, you can speak today. I believe in you. It would really capture the attention. You know that phrase people say, it's like you eat with your eyes first. I think that's a little bit bullshit, but whatever. I think this would be one of those where the judges would be like, oh, well, the violet color really comes through in this risotto.
Yeah. And then I think what I would do with the tentacles is I would like what's the Japanese frying called?
It is tempura.
Thank you, tempura. Yeah, I would like tempura these little suckers and then add them on top as garnish, and then put some of the few little skulls on there as garnish as well. Just make it cool.
Ooh. I like that you're incorporating the skulls into it and people
Don't
are
eat them.
accidentally doing cannibalism. Well, if I can't eat it, it shouldn't be on the plate, Brandon.
I agree
You know
with that. But let's pretend this is 1980s.
Oh, okay. We're just putting so much stuff that shouldn't be on the plate.
Exactly. So,
Oh, beautiful.
what's the name of these guys again? The violet what?
Violet fungus.
Violet fungus. Okay, so I think I just named this plate the Fun Guys, you know?
Ooh, okay.
Of course, it's just right there.
It's the fun guys. They're just
fun
chilling. They're
guys.
just having a great time, you
They're
know?
just having I mean, they're dead, but, you know, it works.
I stand by it, you know? They had their run. They had a good time. And now they're done. Now they're a meal.
What's a complementary color to violet?
Like an orange, I'd say. Like, yeah.
Yellow
like,
orange, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a burnt umber, perhaps, would be really nice.
So I'm trying to think of what, like because I love a pea, like a green pea in a risotto or something, in a mushroom risotto, but I'm trying to think of something that would look better with the purple.
Maybe like some miso glazed carrots or some rainbow carrots. Like a bed of rainbow carrots, perhaps.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Or like very thinly sliced ones so that they're like nice and curly. Provide a little crunch.
Oh, what if I do a little bit of like thinly sliced, maybe not pickled, but thinly sliced like banana peppers as just like a tiny little, like just even like threads, you know, on top.
A little spicy, a little fun. I'm kind of into that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think I'm going to rate all these. I was like, how do we transition out of this one?
I think every time we end it, we have to say something like Whiskers the cat would.
Risotto. Is that good?
Yeah.
One for you too.
Oh, fungi.
Fungi. All right, cool. Love it. All right, let's move on then to our next one here. This is another easy one in the name, in my opinion at least. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
But this one is going to be... Share. Black pudding.
Oh, man.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you gotta hear the rest of party planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.